Hey everybody, today we're going to be using our hands. This is going to be something that y'all can do along with me. You don't need anything but two hands, so hopefully that won't be a problem. So what we're going to be talking about today is the 10 Commandments. And what we're going to do is we're going to learn an easy way to remember the 10 Commandments by using our hands. Now, years ago in children's church, Jerry and I worked on the 10 Commandments, and we came up with these. Now, this is long before Pinterest and internet, what have you, but we just did these printouts. And there's 10 of them, and it's just symbols of how you can shape your hands to help you remember. So we took these printouts and we printed them on cardstock, and we put a little binder loop on it, and we gave it to the kids as flip charts so they could take it home and learn it, and hopefully they still remember it. That's how I remember them. I won't lie. Whenever I have to do 10 Commandments, I start going through my hand motions, but I do remember them. So that's something I have. Like I said, that is so old school, but if that's something that you think you might want a copy of, just holler at me and I can hook you up. But now, let's talk about the 10 Commandments that you'll find in Exodus 20 if in your Bible. So like I said, follow along with me, and I'm going to show you the hand motions, and hopefully this will help you remember them for future use. Okay? So, first one, the first commandment, it's number 1. So we're just going to take our finger and we're going to hold up 1. This says that there are no other gods. So, 1 reminds us, number 1, we're pointing up to heaven where our God is. Not talking about these idols and these other religions. We're talking about our God who's in heaven, and then he's also the only one. So whenever you start off and say, what's the first one? 1, point up, our God. No other gods. Okay? Number 2. Okay? It says, you shall not make any idols. That means you won't put anything in front of him to worship. So we're going to kind of twist it and say we're not going to make anything. Now, not going into other stories and getting off, but when Moses was going to get the 10 Commandments, the Israelites were tired of waiting on him, so they started making an idol. They took all their gold jewelry and melted it down and made a gold calf, and that was right away making other idols before him. Unbelievable, but they were doing it. So 2, how we're going to remember that? We're going to turn it sideways, and we're going to do this. This reminds me of scissors. So when I think of 2, I think of scissors, and that reminds me of I'm making something, like I'm cutting something out. You're making an idol. So number 2 is we will not make any idols. Okay? Number 1, no other gods. Number 2, we will not make idols. Okay? Number 3. 3 is a little stretch, but it's still a good one. So we're going to take 3. What letter does that look like? Okay, if you look really hard, can you see a W? Let's say that that's a W, and let's put it right here. So if we're putting the letter W over our mouth, that may make us think of words. Words starts with W. So we take the W, we put it over our mouth, and what we're reminded on number 3 is we should not say any bad words. Now the actual 3rd commandment is you will not take the Lord's name in vain, which means you will not make bad use of God's name. But really that's any bad words. So 3, letter W, stands for words. Put it over our mouth to remind us we will not let any bad words come out of our mouth. Okay? Number 4. This is also a little bit of a stretch, but it's still a good way to remember. Okay? Number 4 is says we should keep the Sabbath day holy, which for us is Sunday. So how are we going to remember the 4th one is keep the Sabbath day holy? Well, here's how I remember it. Hold up 4. Holy. Can you spell holy? H-O-L-Y. Holy. So that is going to be a hard one to remember, but hopefully this will help. So whenever I think of 4, I think of a 4-letter word, H-O-L-Y, and that tells me I should keep something holy, and it should be the Sabbath day, or Sunday, or your church day. Okay? Number 5. Number 5, we're going to take our hand, and we're going to put it together, like this. Okay? And number 5 says you should honor your father and your mother. So what we're going to do is, have you ever said like a pledge? Sometimes we do the pledge and we'll do like the Pledge of Allegiance, and we'll take our hand and we'll put it over our heart. Or if you're a Boy Scout, I know you like turn your fingers down, but let's just still say you hold your hand up and you say a pledge. Or even in court, when you ever watch the show in court, when they make you put one hand on the Bible and they put up your hand and say, do you promise to tell the truth? So what you're doing is you're making a pledge, or you're promising to do something. So what we're going to do, we're going to promise to honor or to listen to our mother and father. Number 5, put them together like you're making a pledge to honor your father and mother. Okay? Okay, number 6. Got 2 hands up now. Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not kill anybody. Okay, now how are we going to take 6 and remember that? Okay, we're going to take this and we're going to turn it. So we still got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, so these guys got their hands up in the air like, oh no, don't shoot me, because we're going to make a gun. 5, 6. Don't shoot me, please, no, God, I got a gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thou shalt not kill. Okay? 5 people saying, please don't hurt me, and the 6th one is the gun. Thou shalt not kill. Okay? That's 6. Number 7. Okay? It says, thou shalt not commit adultery. So what does that mean? That's talking about 2 people that are married, like your mom and your dad. What we're saying here is saying that they should love each other. Only each other. They shouldn't love other people. They shouldn't think about other people. They should always love each other. That's the most important thing. So what do we got here? We got a bunch of people over here, and then we got the mother and the father right here. And they should always stay together. They shouldn't come over here. They should always stay with each other. So number 7 is mother and father should always love each other. And that means that they should not commit adultery, is what the commandment number 7 is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then them 2 is 7. Okay? So number 8 is thou shalt not steal. So what we're going to do, 8, we're going to actually do something different. If I put my hands together like this, it's hard to do. What number can you see? There it is. I can't turn my hands right. Can you see it? The number 8. Okay, that's the number 8. I took my hands, made 2 circles, and I put them on top of each other, and now I have the number 8. Okay, now with that number 8, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it over my eyes. Now, whenever people try to steal something, burglars or robbers, they always wear a mask to cover their face. So this 8 that we made now turns into a mask. Look, now you don't know who I am. Who is that on the screen? Oh, it's me. Ha! No, it's not. I'm a burglar, because I have on the number 8 on my face, because I'm going to steal your money. But the commandment says do not steal. These are all things that we should not do. Or this is something we should not do. Number 8. Do not steal. Okay? 8. Okay. Number 9 is you should not lie. Now that's an easy one to say and remember, because that's something we probably do the most. Thou shalt not lie. So how does that work? Okay, well, you've got all these people up here, and then you got this one little guy, and he's down here telling a story. Did you see that flying cow the other day? It was awesome. I couldn't believe I rode it, and it was great, and I had the best time, and nobody else can see the flying cow but me. And everybody else is saying, that's not true, we don't believe it, but this one little guy's down here telling a story. I know that there's flying cows. You're not listening to me. It's the truth, I promise. No, it's not. No, it's not. So one little guy. So number 9, thou shalt not lie. This little guy, he should not lie. Look at me, I'm lying. No, you're not. Go back away. I'm lying. No, you're not. 9. Number 9 is thou shalt not lie. Okay? And number 10, the last one. That's all your fingers. Now, what you can do with this, you might reach out and grab something. Number 10 is thou shalt not covet. You should not want what others have. So, that might see that I see something that you have, and I want to grab it and take it for myself. Or I just think about it and I say, man, I wish I had that. You know, that's a little bit of jealousy too. But you should be happy that your friend got the new bike, not angry that you didn't get a new bike. So you should not want what other people have. You should not covet, is that word, what other people have. So that means you shouldn't try to take. So that's how we're going to remember number 10. Number 10 is trying to take other people's stuff. Okay, so let's go through them one time, a little bit quicker. Number 1, you shall have no other God. There's only one God. Number 2, you shall not make idols. Number 3, you will not say bad words or not use God's name in vain. Number 4, Holy. You will keep the Sabbath day holy. Number 5. Okay. I will honor, I will listen, I will obey my mother and father. Number 6. Thou shalt not kill. Number 7. Remember these two. This is your mother and father. Mother and father shall love each other. They shall not commit adultery. They shall not love someone else. Number 8. Number 8. Thou shalt not steal. Number 9. Remember this guy? Thou shalt not lie. He's out here telling lies and nobody's listening to him. And number 10, last one. Remember, we're trying to grab stuff. Thou shalt not covet or want what others have. Okay? So there you have it. That's the 10 Commandments, a quick lesson on how you can remember them. So if you want to pop quiz yourself, just throw up a number in your hand. Say number 6. 6, what? Oh, shoot somebody. Number 3. 3, oh, that's the W. Don't say bad words. Number 8. Oh, that's the 8. That's the bandit. Number 2. Oh, that's the not making idols. So see, you can practice it. Exodus 20 is where you can read about it. And as always, thanks for listening, and God bless.